Aloha, this is Ondyena, and this is a continuation of my last video where I introduced the idea of the concept of realms of earth angels. And what we're talking about here is the idea that angels or elementals or beings on higher realms can actually incarnate into a human body here on earth. And the reason that they do this is well, of course, we're always in the process of our own purification and our own evolution, but they do this to help raise the vibration of Earth and basically to bring peace to Earth and to bring light, because we hold a vision of paradise on Earth. So some of the things I was talking about in the last video, I'm going to just recap a little, because I want to talk in this video specifically about the realm of angels in particular, as opposed to other incarnated light workers like mermaids or elementals or wise ones or starseeds. Now, as with all earth angels, those who are angels feel a very strong desire to help humanity, to save the planet, to better the world. And we tend to always feel like we're aliens, and we tend to be very misunderstood. We don't really fit into our biological families at all. We're highly sensitive to energies in people, in environments, in atmospheres, and we have a very strong need to recharge our energies through connecting to Mother Earth or through meditation, like out-of-body meditation. And this is really important. And again, I'll talk about all of those details about recharging and cleansing at the end after I go into the different realms. So incarnated angels are different from other realms like mermaids and whatnot, although there can be hybrids. There are mer angels, etc. I don't want to make things too complicated though. But incarnated angels tend to be generally a little bit chubby or overweight, because they are so sensitive to energies around them that they tend to try to ground themselves or shield themselves from harsh energies of the world by eating, or even just by having fat as a shield. So that can happen, and that's something also that can be worked on, you know, by actually talking to your body fat and learning to shield through other ways than through using your weight. Incarnated angels also can tend to be compulsive overeaters, again, because it can be part of the addiction cycle. It's a way to numb the intense pain and harshness that we feel around us. And angels in particular, when they're incarnated here as humans on earth, tend to want to help other people. They naturally have a desire to help and to give to others. They're constantly giving, which makes them, quote, codependents. And what happens with codependents is that they tend to be addicted. They tend to be attracted to addicts, because they want to heal the addicts. They want to heal the alcoholics. So they may easily get into abusive relationships. And in this case, they may become abused by these people. And the more they try to heal the alcoholic or the addict and try to love them, of course, we know that that doesn't really work at all. So it's really important for people to want to heal themselves and want to free themselves of addictions themselves. So it's important, if you are an incarnated angel and if you are trying to heal an addict, it's best to really just work on yourself and pull your energy inward. And what I've really learned, because I really have that tendency as well, is that I've learned that you can only help or heal people who want to be helped or healed, or who want to be free of addictions. And if they don't, I've really learned that the lesson is to let go. Let go and let God, as they say. So angels tend to be the bleeding hearts of Mother Earth. Very sensitive, very giving, very loving. And they really need to learn assertiveness. They need to learn to say no. One of the best things I did was taking self-defense, taking martial arts, taking Muay Thai. Amazing experience. I really came in contact with my physical power when I studied martial arts, and specifically Muay Thai, because it's really intense. You're really intensely using your arms and legs to punch and to kick bags, and you're really using your hara. You're using your energy from your core, and that is your third chakra. Your third chakra energy is where other people can take our energy, or where other people can attack us. So I personally have found martial arts to be a very helpful way of coming in contact with my power. When you come in contact with the power in your physical body through doing intense workouts, like martial arts, it actually helps you in exchange to come in contact with your psychological power. It somehow really helps your self-esteem and self-confidence. The other thing with Incarnated Angels is that they will naturally be attracted to fields of service where they're helping other people, professional healers of any kind, energy healers, nurses, etc. And with the angels in particular, they tend to do well with structure, and they prefer working for a company or one-on-one. They're not really big into public speaking. And whereas elementals, they do much better in being their own boss. So there's a difference there. Another thing that comes with the territory of being highly sensitive, besides eating disorders or codependency, is chronic fatigue syndrome. Because you just naturally absorb like a sponge all the energies from anywhere. So this is another reason why it's really important to restore the energy, to cleanse the energy with meditation, with various different kinds of visualization. You can visualize light shielding you. I'm going to go into it in another video because there's so many different kinds of shielding. In my life, I've used homeopathy a lot, which I'll also go into in another video. But connecting to nature, literally hugging trees, the energy of Mother Earth or of the tree will just totally ground you. With me, I tend to like to do things more astrally, and so I will work with my higher bodies connecting to Mother Earth. And again, I'll talk about that in a future video. More about angels is that they tend to have very angelical, beautiful faces. They tend to have light hair or highlights. And they may fear abandonment as well, going back to the psychological issues. So it's really hard for them to state their needs, and they need to speak up and learn to think for themselves and be a little bit selfish, because it's not good to only be giving to others. You become very drained. So they have to really learn to think of themselves and be more centered in the self, in the higher self. The other important factor here, which kind of connects with the martial arts, is the need for daily exercise. This is really key. I can't even imagine going a day without exercise. I love working out. And yoga is really wonderful because it works in the meridians, the energy systems in the body, clearing the energy. Tai Chi. I personally like vigorous exercises like, you know, Pilates, martial arts, belly dancing. But the main thing is to really sweat and to breathe deeply, because angels speak to us. And when I don't mean earth angels, I mean angels from higher realms. Angels and the divine speak to us on the molecules of oxygen. So we can get messages more easily from our angels, from our divine, if we're breathing deeply, if we're exercising, and doing yoga, of course. And then the last thing I'm going to say about specifically the realm of angels, incarnated angels, is that there is a side branch of angels called cherubs. And you can imagine that they are very sweet and beautiful and romantic, and they have little rosy cheeks. So just something to think of. Maybe when I speak of things, you'll say, oh yeah, I can relate to that, or you'll think of somebody you know who's like that. So hopefully this is helpful. And like I said, in future videos I will talk about more specific techniques for grounding and shielding. And if you want more information on this, like I said, I got this information from the Doreen Virtue books called Realms of the Earth Angels. And in future videos, I'm going to go into angel medicine as well. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, and I send you guys lots of love and healing light, and wish you love. Aloha.